This is the book of Psalm, chapter 47, verse 2. For the Lord Most High is terrible. He's a great king over all the earth. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Psalm, chapter 47, verse 2, is that I want to bring out, a couple of articles that show how terrible the Lord is, okay? Because that's one of his attributes, okay? That's one of, his characteristics, all right? He's a terrible power, and that's why he must be feared, all right? Now, what inspired me to do this lesson is I did a lesson earlier today, and some individual on the comment board, said the Lord's not terrible, okay? He's merciful, okay? And that's incorrect, all right? Yes, he's merciful to his elect, but he's also terrible, all right, to these heathens and these 2/3 that ain't right. Period. Now, what you see in front of your screen, worst climate disasters of 2023 and their effects on global hunger. Right. Okay? Now, who controls the weather? The Lord does. Right? Let's get a quick precept to back that up. All right? Isaiah 28, verse 2. Behold, the Lord hath the mighty and strong one, which as a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hand. Right. So this proves that, the Lord controls the weather. Okay. And by him controlling the weather, he brings in the famine. All right. Let's get another precept, cross-reference. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with a storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. Okay? So, who controls the weather? The Lord. All right? And by the Lord control the weather, he brings in the famine. Okay? Now, let's read this article. The climate crisis tightened its grip in 2023. July was the hottest month ever recorded. Over the summer, sea surface temperatures soared and surpassed the highest levels on record. Okay? So, the Lord also brings in the heat. Wait, hold on. Scriptures are coming to mind. Revelation, what is it? 16? Yep. Revelation chapter 16:8. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. 9. And the men were scorched with great heat. Right, there you go. And blaspheme the name of the Most High, which had power over these plagues. Right, had power over these plagues. Because the angels, are just doing the bidding of the Lord. And they repented not to give him glory. Right. See, when you see these extreme heats, these extreme weathers, you're supposed to give glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because he's a great and terrible power. Again, Psalm chapter 47, verse 2. For the Lord Most High is terrible. He is great. He is a great king over all the earth. Let's get another one. Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 17. For the Lord, your power is a power of gods and Lord of lords, a great God, a mighty and a terrible, which regardeth not persons, nor taketh reward. You see that? So these different weather warfare that the Lord is bringing upon the earth, should acknowledge his terrible power. Okay? And that's why he needs to be revered and praised daily. All right? On November 17, the Earth's surface temperature briefly averaged 2 degrees above pre-industrial levels, a threshold the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change has warned could have catastrophic consequences. Yeah, for the wicked, not for the elect. The climate crisis causing more frequent intense extreme weather events. Over the past decade, 1.7 billion men, women, and children. People have been affected by extreme weather and climate-related disasters like hurricanes, cyclones, and droughts. These disasters continue to drive more and more families into severe levels of hunger. The Lord is a mighty and terrible power. This is why he must be feared and revered daily. Let's get another precept. Psalm chapter 96, verse 4. For the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. Right. Because he controls the weather. And right? And by him controlling the weather, he brings in the famine. Oh. Verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. Right. And plantation Christianity, all right, backed by the name of Jesus, is an idol. This is why you plantation Christians don't know the Lord. Okay? 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up plain. Okay? Bear with me. I just had to let my cat out the door. All right. So now, the climate crisis, I read that already. So here are 6 of the worst climate-related disasters recorded last year. Okay, floods hit Zambia, right? The Lord did it. The great and terrible Lord. The Lord is terrible. Tropical cyclone Freddy batters Mozambique. The Lord did it. The great and terrible Lord. Oh, by the way, when you go into the word terrible, all right, that's why you got to go into words, okay? It's Yara, which means to fear, revere, be afraid. To fear, be afraid, okay? To be fearful, be dreadful, be feared. To make afraid, terrify, right? So the Lord, okay, brings these weather warfares to make you fear him, all right? That's why, again, Psalm 47, verse 2, for the Lord, power Yahweh Most High, is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. Cyclone Mocha affects Myanmar and Bangladesh. Flood bring heavy rainfall in Ecuador, right? This is where the Northern Kingdom tribes are at. All right, Ecuador is highly exposed to natural hazards, including floods, landslide, droughts, earthquakes, and volcanic activity. Extreme climate-related events have become even more frequent over the last decade, right? People are starving because of it, all right? Because the Lord brings the pain. All right, there you go. Look, Ecuador, okay? Historic storm Daniel slammed into Libya. Hurricane Otis lands in Mexico, right? And this happened in 2023. Extreme weather events drive hunger by destroying agricultural land, livestock, and crops. The Lord did it. The great and terrible Lord, okay? That's why he needs to be feared. Displacing families from their homes, which cuts them off from steady sources of food. The Lord did it, okay? Degrading land, which leaves small-scale farmers without the means to grow their own food. The Lord did it. So next time you say the Lord is not terrible, you err not knowing the scriptures. Okay? The Lord has many characteristics, okay? And one of them is that he's a terrible power. But what about here in New York? In America, all right? Look what happened to this New York family. 5 New York women from same family killed by tractor trailer in Pennsylvania, report says, right? The Lord sent a storm, okay? And in this storm, people got killed. 5 women got put to death. The Lord is not a respecter of persons. Real talk. Another one. 3 people killed and baby injured in Portland, Oregon, when power line falls on car during storm. Okay? So again, the Lord is terrible and greatly to be feared. A power line fell on a parked car in Portland, Oregon on Wednesday, killing 3 people and injuring a baby during an ice storm that turned roads and mountain highways treacherous in the Pacific Northwest. Okay? So the Lord can get you by any means. Okay? Just like the lesson I did prior. All right? The Lord caused, all right, this elderly Edomite, or a middle-aged Edomite, to catch a heart attack. Okay? Where then his son had to starve to death because he wasn't cared for. All right? And then the social worker kept coming out trying to find out, okay, the welfare of this family, and she kept calling the cops, and the cops didn't do nothing. So what does that tell you? That tells you that the Lord set it up that family had to die that way. The Lord is a terrible power, greatly to be feared. Now, what's coming to you, Jakes? Okay? Because, hey, this is coming to Babylon the Great America, because a lot of you Jakes, all right, you do not know the Lord. You do not fear the Lord. And that's why you make weird comments on our comment boards. All right? Jeremiah 16:1. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 2, thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. Right. Okay? And this is Jeremiah saying this, all right, to our people back when the ancient Babylonians, okay, were going to come and bring in the pain on our people. Okay? And so the Lord was forewarning of this. But guess what? What was written aforetime was written for our learning, because this is going to happen again. All right? So if you don't want to serve the Lord, if you don't want to, okay, acknowledge the power of the Lord and how terrible he can be, all right, you're going to be taken. All right? It's 3. For thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begot them in this land. 4. They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and the beasts of the earth. Right? You could definitely apply this scripture today. I mean, for real. Okay? In these times. Because dung upon the face of the earth. That's plain. All right? But 8, what does it say? Famine. So guess what? You Jakes that have children that don't want to serve the Lord can easily cripple you, okay? Have you, okay, die a horrible death, and then your children starve in the house. Easily. And it's going to happen. 5, for thus saith the Lord, enter not into the house in the morning, neither go to lament, nor bemoan them, for I have taken away my peace from this people, saith the Lord, even loving kindness and mercies. Right. All right. And this happens over and over again every time we went off. Okay. Every time we went off. All right. The Lord always judged us with famine, with the sword, with the animals. Okay. This is nothing new. This is the same narrative over and over again. Okay. The Lord is terrible and greatly to be feared. Real talk. 6, both the great and the small shall die in this land. They shall not be buried, neither shall men lament for them, nor cut themselves, nor make themselves bald for them. 7, neither shall men tear themselves for them in mourning to comfort them for the dead, neither shall men give them the cup of consolation to drink for their father or for their mother. You see that? 8, thou shalt not also go into the house of feasting to sit with them to eat and to drink. 9, for thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes and in your days the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness and the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride. 10, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us, or what is our iniquity, or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our power. 11. Then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. 12. And ye have done worse than your fathers. Right. See, our fathers, all right, at the time of ancient Babylon and the Persian Medes, okay, and the Greeks, okay, captivity, and the Roman captivity, all right, they went off. A lot of them went off. But now, the bulk of you Jakes are the worst of the worst, man. Okay, that's why there's a term called Jacob's trouble for a reason, and that's why this is the hopeful year of the year 24, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Okay, because you have done worse than your fathers. 13. Therefore I will cast you out of this land into a land that ye know not, neither ye nor your fathers, and there shall ye serve other gods day and night, whither I will not show you favor. Right? Okay, and then. If you go into the history, we will ultimately cast out the land, southern kingdom, all right, 70 AD, the Romans, okay? And the Lord used the Romans to cast out the land because we went off, okay? And that's why you need to fear the Lord, all right? You know what? For the elect, because, hey, God will restore them. Because, hey, we're coming to a great deliverance for the elect to understand how terrible the Lord can be, and that's why they fear the Lord daily. 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall be no more, said the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Right. Which goes to show you deliverance and salvation for the Israelites. 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, from all the lands where they have driven them. Right. Okay. The main deliverance is going to be in America, Babylon the Great. This is where the great deliverance is going to be at. All right, but you also have Israelites who are scattered in other lands too. Okay, and they're going to be protected, and they're going to be gathered. All right, so and brought back to the homeland, and I will bring them again into their land. See, that I gave unto their fathers. All right, and this is what we're waiting on. But you 2/3, you got to get it. All right, especially those that don't know the how terrible the Lord is. Okay, again, Psalm chapter 47, verse 2. For the Lord Most High is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. You see that? So, who brings the famine? The Lord does. Okay? Who makes a 2-year-old die from famine? The Lord does. Okay? Who kills a whole family? All right, in a weather event? The Lord does. Okay? Who knocks down a power line on a family and kills 3 and injures a baby, all right, while the vehicle was just parked? The Lord does, okay? And this is why you fear him, all right? And you must understand how terrible he really is so you can fear him. And with that, I want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the 4 corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep it doing. Keep the faith. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. Keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostles and others. As you can see, the Lord is turning up. He's not playing. All right. He's judging left and right, and this is why you got to fear him and acknowledge him daily. To the few that are watching, keep studying, and when you pray, your cup of shalom. You already know shalom.